What's up, guys? It's Daz here, but you don't really care. And it's time to take on the final temple in the game, Hyrule Castle. Now, one quick thing before we do this. I've been mentioning again and again that every time I want to show off the map, I'm in a temple and it won't let me. Well, what I wanted to show off was how the words are really easy to read, and I couldn't do it. And that's because this is the Wii version, and everything's reversed. So if I was to say reverse this image, then da-da-da-da, you can kinda see what they say. It's a little bit hard to tell, but I mean, you can see that this part here is Eldin, can't you? E-D... well, that's not how you spell Eldin, but E-L-D-I-N, you see that? So yeah, the Hyrulean text in this game is really basic and easy to work out and encode, but yeah, I couldn't read it because it was backwards. That says Hyrule, I bet. So yeah. No. I can't read it because it's not actually reversed on my screen, but yeah, I thought I would just quickly show that off. Anyway, with that, let's go through to the temple. And I gotta say, I love the music in this place. And look at how small we are compared to the whole size of this entire thing. Jesus, it really makes you feel insignificant, doesn't it? So, you'll see that the path takes 3 paths. The straightaway head. What? These phrases are not coming out well. It's locked, what I'm trying to say. There's a door and it's locked. So instead, let's go left. Seems like the right idea, and Kargaroks are here. So clearly, yeah, this isn't a good place anymore. Yeah. But I gotta admit, I love the rain. It always makes everything so much more dramatic and ambient. Speaking of dramatic, we've got some new kind of barrier things in the way, and enemies coming for us. In fact, actually, we just saw those 2 spawn, so I'm not sure if I was supposed to or not. That might have just been me changing the camera angle at the perfect time, but yeah. Now these bokoblins, they're slightly different coloured, I believe. They're not blue. Well, actually, those ones went down quite easy, but I think there's a red variant. I'm not sure. I believe we saw them in the Cave of Ordeals, but they're not good at defense, but they have a lot of health. You can knock them down like 3 times and they'll still get up. So yeah, I think that's them there. They do look slightly red, but that might just be my colour blindness. Anyway, let's go take out these bokoblins. And you. In fact, look, I'll show you. Look, this guy. You've knocked him down, but he's not dead. In fact, after I'm done shooting these 2, he'll get right back up again. So then you whack him down again. And oh, now he's dead. Maybe I'm just stronger than I expected to be, but it felt like in my practice, like, it's not even just in my practice file, but like playing it in general, it felt like these guys never went down. Especially when there's a huge pack of them, and we'll be seeing those when we take the path on the right. So anyway, boom! I really shouldn't be blowing up those barrels, but yes. There we go. Now we're looking for a small key anywhere. Well, there's all this wooden fenced up area. In fact, wait, is it there too? No, it's not. I thought that was wooden fenced up area. It's not, but ooh, you've got some good old bulbos. So, get charging. Whee! Let my legs go flailing across it. Ow, there's more concussion. Okay, fine. Since I clearly can't control that one, let's try the second one. Very convenient that they're just placed there, idle, not even moving, and they have skulls or pandas on them. Don't roll under him. Get on him. Jesus, Link. And whee! And take a corner. Don't explode the barrel. God, this is actually kind of hard to control, which makes perfect sense, but still. And do it again. I'm gonna beat everyone in my way. Hello, you gonna try and shoot me? No, you're gonna die. And concussion in the gates? No, I concussion avoided. Well done me. Now, this place is quite special because, for one thing, you're using the Gale Boomerang, which feels like you never use anymore, which is kind of true, except for the last few temples because they're trying to integrate everything. But you can lift up these leaves, and Bulbo is right in the way. But you'll see there's a Triforce here, and a mark that goes sort of like an S shape. Although that's just the Wii U version. Or Wii U version. The Wii version. But you'll also see the Triforce is here. So it's basically their way of telling you which one of these to hit, because these are the Gale Boomerang things, which we haven't actually seen in, like, not since before the Temple of Time, really. Huh. And opening that opens the gate. And gee, what do you think's in the chest? There's your dungeon map. And you may notice, yeah, for some odd reason, there's a little extra bit here. Well, that doesn't make any sense. It's not even connected to anything, so how does that work? Well, it's a bit of a secret place here, although otherwise, without having... I guess maybe having the dungeon map supposed to tip you off on where it is, but you'll see there's a diggable spot here. But it's a bit more than just a diggable spot. It's a tunnel to a secret area in this place. And this place, I believe, is optional, but you do get a bonus for doing it. So let's go traverse this place. It seems to be the graveyard of Hyrule Castle. It's got Stalkin and everything here, huh? I love the sound they make where they're all just like, and they die. It's satisfying when you kill them. And the rain in the graveyard just makes this place even more atmospheric. But wow, Hyrule had a lot of small people, didn't they? Back in the day. Like, all these small people just ended up dying and becoming skeletons. But they must have been part of the royal family if they're here in the royal graveyard, but now we've got some Stalfos, so hey, how's about a bomb? I'll just try and keep them still. Okay, that's not keeping still, but there we go. Good enough for me. And they left a heart because they're that nice, and it says I can check this. What does it say? The cursed swordsman sleeps before the sacred tree. I see. That's interesting. Speaking of the sacred swordsman, I'd like to talk about the mysterious swordsman who's been helping us out and progressing us through and is confirmed to be the child from Ocarina of Time, just as a dead spirit. And we're trying to get through this in case you were wondering. I like to think, like as a bit of a headcanon, that when you first meet him, you're in that sort of like whitey, empty area, and it seems really odd and mysterious. In my little like headcanon, what I like to think is that that place is actually the room in the water temple of Ocarina of Time where you have to fight Shadow Link, where you're just fighting yourself. Because what I like about that is that he's trying to like overcome himself in that scene in Ocarina of Time. I'm not sure if these are gonna light because of the rain. No. Okay. So like, I like to think that while he's like understanding himself in Ocarina of Time, that's also where he goes as a spirit at first. So like, it's like his way of looking back on himself and trying to... I don't know how to explain it, but I like to think that's the same place at first, even though it's also in front of Hyrule Castle, which is where you first meet the guy anyway, I think, but yes. Anyway, the thing on the gravestone said that the cursed swordsman is by the sacred tree. I'm not quite sure which one the sacred tree is, and I believe you have to dig it up to find him before anything happens, but I can't quite remember entirely, so I guess it's kind of like doing it blind, slightly. I'm going to check around these trees. Let's see. The sacred tree. I believe maybe it could be that one there. The one far off. There you go. You see, this is a new mechanic, sort of, this place. You'll see other ghosts, and they're pointing, telling you where to go. Apparently, they're pointing at this rock in the ground. So, just float, even though we're kind of floating above it, because the hitbox is a little bit awkward. Let's blow up the rock. And inside is a switch, which somehow wasn't switched by the fact it already had a boulder on top of it, but pressing that switch opens the gate. So that's very friendly, and that makes perfect sense. In fact, it's allowing us to get treasures, so I'm perfectly happy with this idea. In fact, we got an orange rupee out of it, even better. But there is something that's a little bit strange that's about to pop up. And no, it's not the red rupee. And no, it's probably not the blue rupee. Oh, no, oh wow, a green rupee, really? I didn't think they had those in this game, like, just in a chest. But anyway, what is weird is, they give you a lantern so that you can, or they give you oil so you can fill up your lantern, because obviously you need to use it. But what do you use the oil for? You use it for this. Doing that turns off the rain. I don't understand. How does lighting a torch turn off the rain? It doesn't. I don't know. Context. It really doesn't make sense sometimes. But now that the rain is here, is gone at least, we don't have long because it comes back again. But there is something we want to do while there is no rain. So turning it off again, we want to run to the other building with the closed gate. Get there in time and you'll see there's 2 torches for you. Light them up. And what do you know, the gate opens. That was entirely unpredictable, that was. But even more importantly is, there's statues for the Dominion Rod. I'm going to move them out of the way so I can read the sign in a more dramatic meaning, but what does it say? Door opens where spectres gaze. That's a hint. Now I would believe that when they say spectres, they're talking about the ghosts, and they will tell you where to go. So if I go back to the sacred tree, they're all still around there. This part I genuinely don't remember, so I'm just going to do a little bit of searching myself. Where the spectres gaze would... No, that's not what I would want. Where the spectres gaze means I'm looking for some kind of ghostly activity to tell me where to go, or where to look. There we go, there they are. And it seems they're looking over there. So there's a perfect 2 holes for here, so that's where the statue goes. It's a pretty easy riddle. It's just apparently so easy and insignificant that I've forgot it in my memory. But it's not too hard if you sort of just get into the riddly mindset. So just turn around here. Drop them so I can actually get ahead of them, so they will actually get there and they won't get stuck by me being on the wall. And you'll see they'll make a path for you. You'll be able to climb up those steps and run along. It'll be very nice for us. And one more. Hello, buddy. It's been a while, hasn't it? So who exactly created these statues, and what was their intention? Did they know the guy, the hero of time, well, not the hero of time, the hero of Twilight was going to come and have a Dominion Rod which can control them and allow them to get stuff? And even then, these statues aren't even, like, mandatory. These are just made for the hero who might or might not even appear to perhaps, maybe, if he wants to, take this optional path so he can maybe get this optional, maybe if he feels like it, chest. I don't know, it seems like a lot of work for just some optional chest. That's not even going to have an amazing effect on the future of Hyrule. Oh well, praise where praise is given, and that's a small key. But it's not the one for the main door. You've got everything you got out. You've got everything you can out here. Now get in the castle through the front door. Oh, maybe that is the key we need. I don't think it is. I believe there's actually 2 small keys you can get. One for taking the left path and one for taking the right, perhaps. I'm not quite certain. But you will be able to get a spare key, which is kind of what you want. Now, where's the exit? It's there. Okay, there it is. So, as she said, let's go to the main door. And surprisingly, I was going to say surprisingly no more rain, but I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. I made a mistake. And now that we've taken the left path, I say let's go to the right, because I want that spare key. Because it's, well, actually it's not that important, but I want to show it off because it's pretty nice to have. Now, the right path is what I remember more, or more specifically this battle which will appear here. We had to do a mandatory fight before, and the same thing happens here. With a Kargarok as well. 2 Kargaroks, that's right, that's nice. Anyway, you'll see more Bokoblins, and the part I remember is there's loads of them. I don't think that's entirely true, it might just be the same as the left path, but after this we'll also have to do more mandatory fights, and that one has a lot of Bokoblins we have to fight. But as you see, look, they're all going down, but they come back up again. So the battle takes a while, and I've heard people complain about it because it doesn't really feel like a strong battle. It just feels like stretching out time. But honestly, I just find these guys fun to constantly beat up. It's probably why I like Hyrule Warriors so much. Anyway, let's continue. And once again, there's fences everywhere, but not a Bulbo to destroy everything. Instead, just a massive more of an arena. And there they are. The minions. Also, I'm in a patch of grass, so I was hoping for... Can I get some hearts, maybe? Because I'd like to do my special spin attack, if that would be possible. Yay! There it is. Oh, come on! I just got my heart, now I've got half a heart lost. Okay, well I'm going to spend this time to round them all up. Is that everyone? Alright then. Hey! And you too? Yes! I couldn't quite get the spinner move in time, so I've lost even more health, but oh well. You see, look, they all keep coming back up. Well, now they're getting hit, going down because I'm hitting some for the second time, but still, I like it. It's just so sort of hack and slashy, and it makes you feel really powerful because even though they keep coming up, you can knock them down so easily that it feels empowering, I guess. And that's what I like about it. I feel like I've become stronger, even though they've tried proving this by making us defeat Zant and all the different bosses to show how easily they are to defeat, or at least to defeat Zant in his different forms. I also just like it because it just, I don't know, I like being able to just hack and slash at stuff. As long as it's not overdone. Anyway, the team says something to grab on here, so gee, I wonder if it's going to open the gate. That seems kind of pointless, at least for a contextual perspective. Why would they have a gate that the open door is right next to it? Why don't they just give it a key? I don't know. But this seems like another arena for us. I was going to say area and then I tried to say arena. But it's not a Bokoblin anymore. It's King Bulblin. And how many times has he showed up? I have come to play. Seriously, like I've broken both of your horns. How are you not discouraged? You idiot! Please! No! I've had enough of this. You're not even a hard boss. You're just here as a nuisance. Speaking of hashing and slashing, let's just keep slashing at this guy. I mean, he's barely even able to attack anymore. Mainly because I'm so quick and fast and powerful, but you know what? Fine. I'm going to give you a chance to hit me. And hopefully the feds won't hurt me. Look at how slow he is. He's not a good fighter. He's clearly lost. He's on the losing team. And I don't think he recognizes that yet. I'm the hero of Twilight. And I'm sorry, King Bulblin. But compared to me, you are absolutely nothing. Of course, he'll keep trying. And I kind of respect that he's like so determined for his side, but it is kind of a sad existence of his, isn't it? Oh well, I'll just keep slashing him up. Miraculously, his belly doesn't rip open and his intestines don't fall out like spaghetti. Although I've got to admit, he's taking a lot of hits, so he must be doing something right. Enough. There's our second small key. I follow the strongest side. That is all I have ever known. I don't know whether to respect you or call you a coward. Daz, he spoke. Anyway, I think on that note, I'm going to end it off here. For now, my name's been Daz. You didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit.